Another type of common poem is the Diamante poem. Now, very similar to what it sounds like. The Diamante poem takes the shape of a diamond when written correctly. Now, the way that the poem is done is the first and seventh lines are usually related. They could be a synonym and antonym pair. It could be two similar subjects. Either way, they have some kind of a common link. Now, the second line is going to be two describing words or adjectives that are talking about the top subject. The third line, there's going to be three action words or verbs that are being used to describe the top subject. Now, the fourth line is interesting in that it is a phrase with nouns. However, two of them are going to describe your top subject, and then halfway through, it's going to start talking about the bottom subject. And then it's going to reverse the process on the way down. So it is going to be three more action words on line 5, but they're action words describing the subject on the bottom. Then you have your two describer words or adjectives that are describing the subject on the bottom. And then finally, you have your bottom subject. Now, for the gamer in me, I have a Diamante poem that is doing a synonym and antonym pair on two popular video game characters who happen to be brothers and are complete and total opposites in retrospect to who they are. So, my poem starts with Mario. My two describing words to describe Mario are fat and red. The three action words that I use to describe Mario are run, jump, and race. As I move on to my fourth line with my two nouns for my top subject and two nouns for my bottom, I use hero and rescuer to describe Mario. And then I move on to my descriptors for my bottom subject. In this case, second banana and Ghostbuster. I then proceed with my three action words, hide, cower, and flee. I then move on to my two adjectives of skinny and green, and finally, I end with Mario's brother, Luigi. Each and every one of these is a perfect description of the two Italian plumbers from Brooklyn who are out to beat the nefarious King Koopa, as Mario often ends up rescuing the princess, and Luigi, being the coward that he is, ends up always being second banana and playing second fiddle to Mario.